Hi YouTube, it's Janelle here. In this video, I'm going to be telling you guys why I changed my investment strategy and what exactly I did to change it, so how I changed it. Before I jump into the video though, I just want to quickly remind everybody to go over to my Instagram, to my Facebook, and to my new Twitter page as well, and follow me at MissBeHelpful across the social media platforms. I definitely like to engage with everybody who comes over to watch me here on YouTube, on other social media platforms as well. So go ahead and comment, like, subscribe, share, add me, follow me, and all of that good stuff. Now, last week on Wednesday, I posted a YouTube live video, and I also did the same exact video on Instagram live. And I had a lot of new people come and say, oh, I'm gonna go back and watch some of your old videos because the YouTube live was actually really good. It answered a lot of the questions that I asked and was just, had a lot of good information. So after that, I got a couple different emails from people saying, we went back and watched your old video about how you invest your money, and like, we're just a little bit confused. So you said that you put all of the money that you want to invest at the beginning of the year and then you just forget about it. So is that the best way to do it? Like, if I want to invest $1,000, should I just put $1,000 on January 1st and then forget about it for the rest of the year? And so then I thought back to that video and I realized that, wow, that video was definitely when I first, started out with having more confidence with investing. But since then, I've learned so much about investing that I haven't necessarily posted or updated you guys about, the different things that I'm doing. So since I posted my How I Invest video, I have definitely changed some of the things that I'm doing. And so I want to share that with you guys so that everybody who just recently joined the channel and started to watch some of my older videos knows that, hello, there has been an update. Okay, so basically the biggest thing that I changed about the way that I invest is how I'm doing it. So the strategy that I'm doing it. And then I want to share with you guys why exactly I changed my strategy. So because mathematically it makes sense. So there's an idea called dollar cost averaging, and some people call it DCA for short. And basically the idea is to try to reduce the amount of money that you pay per stock. So when I buy, whatever I'm gonna say, let's say I want to spend $500 and I want to go in and buy whatever I'm gonna buy for that much money. You can only get a certain amount with that money. Whatever that money is gonna buy, however much it's worth in the market, is what you're gonna be able to purchase. So for example, let's say that I put all $500 at the beginning of the month. And I'm like, okay, that's gonna buy me, if a stock costs $5 and I want to invest in that stock, then it can only buy me 100, right? Because 100 times $5 each is gonna be the $500 that I invested. So let's say that happens in January. That first month, I'm gonna use $500 to buy 100 stocks for $5 each. But then let's say, this market drops a little bit, and from January to February now, that same stock is now worth $2.50. Let's say it's worth half as much as it was. That's a big drop, but just bear with me for this example. Now I could invest $500 again. So that same $500 that I invested in January, in February now, it's going to be able to buy me twice as much as it bought me in January, because the stocks, I'm still going to buy the same amount of money worth, $500 worth of stocks, but the price of each individual stock dropped to $2.50. So that means that my same $500 is now, instead of only buying me 100 stocks, it's going to be able to buy me 200 stocks. Okay, so that's pretty good, right? So now that means that in the first 2 months of the year, I've spent $1,000 so far, and I've bought 300 stocks, 100 the first month and 200 the second month. Now, let's say the third month comes and the stock market increases. The market's doing a little bit better, and the price of the stock goes to $4 now. So I'm gonna invest my same $500 that I always invest that month, and it's going to now be worth 125 stocks, because $500 divided by $4 each is 125 stocks. So now I have spent $1,500, 500 each month for 3 months. And the first month I bought 100 stocks. The second month I bought 200 stocks. And the third month I bought 125 stocks. So now so far I've purchased a total of 425 stocks for $1,500. So if you do the math, $1,500 divided by 425 stocks is an average of about $3.52. So that's an example of how I invest now. I invest the same amount of money every single month, no matter what. But what I was doing before, which I posted in a video like 2 years ago or a year and a half ago now, was when I kind of first started really doing it. And in that video, I said that I put $5,500 all in one shot at the beginning of the year. And I did do that in 2016. I did do that. But I changed the way that I invest, because the average cost of each stock is going to be lower as the market goes up and down. You're going to get the average cost throughout the year if you invest little by little every month consistently. So let's look at the example of how I was doing it before. Let's say on January 1st, I want to invest $1,500. So I go ahead and put $1,500 in my account. Now, those $5 stocks that I'm looking to buy, $1,500 is going to be able to get me 300 of those stocks. So now, in the other example, I was able to buy 425 of them. But in this example, I'm only able to buy 300 stocks, right? 300 times 5, is 1,500. And on top of that, each stock is going to cost me $500. So each stock is going to cost me $5. So now my $1,500 investment that I put in January is going to only buy me 300 stocks at $5 each versus buying them slowly over time and averaging out the cost to be, 425 stocks at $3.52 each on average. So that's why basically the idea of dollar cost averaging is something that I learned in the past 2 years or so. And actually a lot of people on YouTube commented on that video and said, hey, why would you do that? Why would you put all the money at the beginning? Don't you know about dollar cost averaging? At that time, I didn't. So thank you to a lot of the people that watch my YouTube content because you guys helped me learn and grow as I'm posting. That's what the whole channel was about. When I first started posting, I was like, oh, I'm going to post stuff that I'm doing so that people know what I'm up to. But then also because I want to learn from you guys, what are you doing? And what are things that you know that I don't know? Because I never studied personal finance. I'm learning this as I go. I'm reading books. I'm watching TED Talks. I'm engaging with you guys in comments and conversations and messages. And that's how people learn. That's how you learn. It's by trial and error. But the biggest mistake that a lot of people my age and even younger or even older make is that they don't even start investing. They get scared of the terms of, mutual fund versus index fund, versus money market account versus, all these money market fund versus, how do I know the difference between diversification and asset allocation? They stay away from it just because the words and the terms are scary. But the whole point is don't be afraid. Just start. You see, I just started and I just picked the strategy and I just started doing it. But you know what? It wasn't the best strategy. And I learned that. And now I changed my behavior. I changed the way that I invest based on the new knowledge that I have. But I didn't quit or, not start at all because I was afraid. You just got to get started. Most people don't start. They just don't invest. And that's the biggest mistake that you can make. Even if you only have 20 or 30 bucks a month to spare, invest it. Keep doing it every single month on the same day. Put your 20 bucks, put your 30 bucks, and you will see growth. You will see it over time. It cannot be something that you're trying to come get, in a week, in 2 weeks, or in a month, or in a year. You want to leave it in there long term and forget about it. And that's what I'm doing. I invest the same amount of money every single month. And then over time, I know that it's going to grow and that when I need it later in my life to do whatever, big goals I have for myself later in life, it will be there and I can fall back on it and I won't have to worry about my financial situation. So I hope that helped you guys to understand the differences between how I used to invest and how I invest now. If you do the same thing, comment below. If you never knew about dollar cost averaging, comment below. Let's talk about it. And if you have anything you want to write to me privately about, you can message me at MissBeHelpful@gmail.com. And that's all I have for you guys. Till next time, peace.